6:30 start times on Friday and Saturday, and then a 10 a.m. game Sunday morning. In the corner, it's Owen Munley pushing it off the glass. Floated through the air, trying to get in there and chase it down. It's Ian Robinson. He's got a big crew of family and friends in the seats again this morning. Had a big crew here last night, too. Brought ahead, out through the neutral zone. George over to play chase as this one dumped down in. Whitehead settling it behind the net. Trying to play it free was Wandell, who had a goal in the second period last night for the junior enforcers. Wilson Schroyer fumbles this one. Now going to pick it back up in the corner, turning it towards the net. Going to pop off the glass in front. George missed the net with that one as it goes into the corner. Brought along Wandell on the back skate as Shedden's going to bring it out through center. Over the Mammoth logo, now down in the corner. Whitehead flips that one out. 17:43 left now here in period number 1. Aviators and junior enforcers. In the corner, fed back out through the circle. Hits the skater, Sheben, into the corner, George. Back picking it up. Just beyond the blue line, trying to leave it ahead. Dropping back the other way, it's Holgraff in his own end through the circle. Turned out of the air is now Munley going to give it off near side. Flipped by Hathaway up through the middle. Grabbed by Toth towards the net. Whitehead slides down and jammed in to give the Aviators a 1-0 lead. With just 3:15 gone, Bell got a piece breaking it up out of there. Myers had the goal to tie things up 1-1 in that first period last night. Now ships it back out to the blue line. Harper plays it, and we get a whistle for a high stick with 14:41 to go. 5-3-0 with a 342 goals against and a 915 save percentage. Fed back through the middle. Hasn't played in a couple of weekends as he played the Aviators last game before their Thanksgiving break. Stopped 29 of 35 in their 6-4 loss against the Islanders Hockey Club at the Islander Hockey Club Showcase. Got to see Goebel play in their matchup against the Bridgewater Junior Bandits that weekend, and he was absolutely electric in net, coming up with some big stops in that 2-1 win for the Aviators, which is the only game he won that weekend, playing in 3 of 4 for New York at that showcase with the injuries that plagued them before their little time off. Baker played through the middle. Now Robinson up through center into the offensive zone near side through the circle, trying to force one over. A bit too much on it to get to George. Off the boards, Wilson Schroyer deep through the hash marks as he stripped to the puck, leaving it back. Harper out at the blue line. Now Robinson able to get a piece, trying to find Wilson Schroyer, but the Aviators able to hold it in as Sololichuk forcing it back down behind the net. Baker rolling off to his right. 13:36 left here in period 1. 1-0 lead for the Aviators. Goal coming from Melvin Rosendahl, his 4th of the season here in his 16th game. To the left of the net, Noble, Munley, but still New York able to bring it in, and they are on sides. Up through and a goal coming from Michael McGowan, his 13th of the year, exactly 8 minutes in. Brought along Wandell. Losing the edge at first. Denman to his right side. Angers played over. Fawcett back to Angers yet again. Off the glass, falls back down. Along the boards, Ruby getting a stick on it is Sheben. Crossing ahead. Into the offensive zone, it's Solonjic. Played by Ruby from behind. 9:35 now to go here in period 1. Angers trying to dart up the boards. Losing it from behind. Denman going to get in from there. Push this one along. Harper near side. Is Kinzel going to grab it. Elmira changing their forward group. Is now Ruby getting this one. Trying to catch New York off guard. In the corner, Diemick has Ruby knock him off. Robinson now darting to his left. Elmira trying to generate some traffic in front. It's Wandell helping Elmira hold the line. Moving over to his right side, trying to lose it in there. George now going to flick it in with a 2-0 lead here for the Aviators. Elmira still looking for the first really clean shot on net here in this first period. It looks like they're credited with 1 so far. They haven't had a prime opportunity yet. George back on through. It's a shoulder pad as Robinson turning it back down. Goebel got a piece of it. It's into the corner it goes, and now Diemick going to circle back behind the net. Just beyond the cage, Diemick crossing hand over hand, looking to see what his best lane forwards is. Goebel trying to set up a wall, waving his hands at Ethan George, who was standing in front of the net. Diemick out over center yet again, pushed on through, and now Whitehead going to cover up with 8:15 to go. Back down, George can't hold it. Now pushed on the right side, White side, sliding down, but the Aviators getting another one. His 3rd goal of the season. Face off at center. Towles bringing it ahead. Flipped off Whitehead into the corner. Towles now going to grab it along the boards. 3-0 lead for New York. 3 minutes to go here in this first period. Diemet fired on and Whitehead able to keep it out. Now back down behind. Wandell sliding it near side. Hathaway going to grab it. Push back out Diemet. Force fed over. Back side of the circle. Fed in. Hits Whitehead and deflects down in the corner again. Whitehead trying to jump on top of this one. Finally able to cover it up with that. Pushed up. Gets away from Petruno. Had a goal and an assist last night for Elmira. Is now Harper picked up along his defensive boards. Dumped back down behind the net with 2:22 to go in this first period. Diemet back down behind. Lost by Petruno. Now Harper, far side. Going to settle back and take some time. Gets away and Young on his own blue line losing it to Towles. Hathaway almost tumbled over. Towles, far side circle, taking it right to the net. Whitehead sliding down, able to keep it out. Now 2 minutes left here in this first period. Hathaway, near side. Losing this one as the Aviators going to bring it back out and reset. Bad side of the circle, take it in through the middle, and Whitehead going to back, crosses center into the offensive zone. Minute and 25 left here in this first period. Taken right to the net. Whitehead able to keep it out. Rebound chance, finds its way in. As the Aviators going to get their fourth of this first period. Blue line. And I know, like we said with the shout-outs, he's got quite a bit of family watching here on this game as that one beats green, blocker side, to now make it 5-0 New York. 17th as both guys jump out of the box in Harper and Wilson Schroyer. They'll play the Wilkes-Barre Scranton Knights for 2 games prior to the Christmas break. It'll be a 3:45 game on the 17th, and then they'll play at 10:15 on Sunday the 18th. For Elmira, everybody going to head home for the holidays and Christmas and New Year's and then come back to town for the Cyclone Showcase in January. So only 2 more weekends of Junior Enforcers hockey after today here in 2022. Out through the circle. Sheben losing this one. Now Wilson Schroyer trying to leave it ahead. Kinzel going to drop back beyond the red line. Into the defensive zone. Wilson Schroyer reaching from behind. Up it's Denman trying to get on him. Baker. And Wandell trying to set up a wall. Green able to keep that one out. Now Sheben on the left side. Has Baker dropping back beyond the blue line. Just beyond the red. Now Denman going to scoop it up. Coming along through the circle. On the left side. Trying to bat it out of the air was Kinzel. And New York still able to free that up. Back out the other way. Noble looking on. Is behind Green it goes. Ruby looking the other way. Noble was skating slowly to it, but still able to get there. Now Fawcett going to dart back along this near side wall. Ruby and Denman through center. Rolls back out as this one hits Angerski. Crosses into the Aviator defensive zone. Grabbed along the boards. Harper going to turn it behind him. Off the glass, Sheben behind the net. Diemet through the hash marks. Ruby pushes up against him. Denman can't hold that one. Baker reaching in from behind. Stayed out as it flipped the top of the glove of Matt Green, it looked like on the way by. Baker going to settle up behind the net, giving both teams a chance to settle down here for a minute. Denman with 6:25 left here in the second period. Out over the center line. Getting it away. Ruby can't hold it. Solonzuk turning, dumping it down in. At the end of the second period, we'll go through the standings in the Mid-Atlantic Division. We'll look back at the scoring summary from the first 40 minutes. Turning this face-off along the near side boards. Fawcett trying to lunge it over to Baker. Grabbed off the boards in front of the Elmira bench and dumped back down behind the net. Grabbed on the left side. Hathaway standing out at the blue line, going to receive the puck on his stick, now able to get it back. The left side taken on in and going to be held. As we did get another one coming in that says, "Let's go Bryce Harper" from California. So Baker going to look back towards Angers, watches this one free as Birdman, left bat for Pankowski, drops back beyond the goal line. 40 seconds to go here in period 2. Brought along Birdman over the center line. Angers poked it up from behind. Birdman now going to drop back. Beyond his own blue line, Harper now shot back the other way. In front of the Elmira bench, Pankowski Push to Harper near side. Noble grabs it. Off the glass, he banks it. Angers. Giving to Petruno with 22 seconds to go. Turned off the blockers. Pinkowski. So both Kinsel and Baker sent in for unsportsmanlike conduct for their 2-minute minors, and Birdman rips it wide right. 4 seconds to go. Out in front of the blue line. Harper's long shot. Green pads to the side, and that'll do it here for the second period with it. Off the glass, back to the ice. Hogreffa in there. It's Hathaway going to turn through the dot. Looking for some real Munley. Now towards the net on the right side. Buries it home to break up the shutout. Forcing the turnover, burying it in. Kinsel to his right side. Now Diemic ripped on, and Green able to keep that one out. Jumping out of the box, McGowan. Back to 5-on-5 hockey we go. The center line. Ruby able to wrestle this one free. Drops back beyond the blue line. Rolling up through the middle. Green off his stick, able to keep that one out into the corner. 4-goal lead, and the junior enforcers have the last one, so they're looking to try to keep the momentum their way and add a couple more here over the closing minutes of this game. Munley playing chase on this one. He's got that goal for the junior enforcers that's on the board. Harper played up through the neutral zone. Ruby trying to drop back to it. Zalazek had one earlier in the game, tossed through the middle. Far side Kinsel now going to drop back through. Set up on the doorstep, and Green somehow able to keep that one out of the net. Does pop off behind him, so they'll have to reset that up. So George in there with Harper. And Noble, Wandell left to Noble, and somehow Ashton Goebel knocking that one off his shoulder pad, and he tossed Noble down to the ice after the fact. Power play time now here. Harper into the far side corner to the left of Goebel. Now Baker pushed back Munley, trying to find Petruno. To Munley, left side, sending to Young. Couldn't get a clean shot to go. 4:40 to go. 5-1 lead New York here from First Arena. The weekend finale here in a doubleheader. Noble, Petruno through the circle, fired in and wide into the corner. Noble through his own circle. 4:20 to go here in this third period. Petruno over the center line. Now back in. Through the dot near side, trying to cut in. Near side to Tarek. Pushed along. Haven't seen him all too much in this game or this weekend. As Angers through the circle, losing the edge, and a quick goal coming for the New York Aviators with 2:13 to go. Makes it 6-1. 57 seconds to go. George brought up over the blue line. Back of the circle, fired on in. George trying to get in there and free this puck up now as Hathaway through the hash mark, dots around looking for some traffic. George still having a hard time getting his stick on this puck. And now the Aviators going to bring it back out through center once more with 33 seconds to go. Gibbons turning around, deking for some space. Myers now in there. There's Fawcett shot off the boards. Towles trying to get in there. Brink losing an edge. Just Gibbons turned back through on the near side. Shot back through. Jones with 10 seconds to go here in this third period. Brought back in Green. Poked it off his blocker. Buried in front of the net with 0.8 seconds to go. Always trying to pad your goals for, goals against, but in this point where you've dominated the weekend scoring-wise with 0.8 seconds left, it does sting a little bit. 53 making it 3-0 New York. Solacek at 18:51 from Kinsel and Shebin makes it 4-0 New York. And then McGowan, that's one from Birdman and Pankowski at 3:46.